Hey everyone, Jace here with the Death Star by LEGO Star Wars. Set number 10188 contains 3,800, 3 pieces. Recommended building ages are 14 and up. So here we have the Death Star. The set is packaged in a very large box. Let's take a look at the top. Here are the various minifigures that are included with the set. I'm not sure the weight of the box, but it is very difficult to handle. Let's take a look at the back. So here are the various actions. Too many things to name. So let's not stand around and look at the box. Let's dive right inside. The box is taped. Now I can either do this the fast way or the slow way. But I don't know what is exactly in this box. Well, I'm going to have to do it the fast way. So let's pull open everything. Let's pull everything out. This is going to be difficult. There's actually multiple boxes inside. Oh, maybe they're smaller boxes. Never seen a plain white Lego box before. There's 2. So the boxes are numbered. That's unusual. A spiral-bound instruction manual. Wow. Box number 2. Box number 1. Nothing else in the large box. So indeed, there are 4 numbered boxes. And a spiral-bound instruction manual. Yeah. Give me a few moments to assemble a Death Star so we can explore and take a closer look. After many weeks, the Death Star is complete. Off to the left, we have 24 minifigures and some accessories. Off to the right, we have the Death Star. It is one large build. It stands roughly 16 inches tall, or 41 centimeters, by 16.5 inches wide, by 42 centimeters. It is one nice set. Let's take a closer look at the minifigures. First, let's have a look at Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. They both have extensive print work on their torsos as well as their pants. The print work is only on one side. Next, we have Luke Skywalker and Han Solo again in their stormtrooper suits. They have to disguise themselves to enter the Death Star. They have their blasters. Printwork does continue to the back of the torso. Here we have Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker with Obi-Wan Kenobi. They both have extensive print work on their torsos, and they are both holding lightsabers. Nice detail. And Obi-Wan Kenobi has a cape as well. Here we have Princess Leia and Chewbacca. Chewbacca is holding a crossbow, and he's also been handcuffed, probably because of his temper. Printwork is only on one side of their torsos. Here we have R2-D2 and C-3PO. C-3PO is pearl gold, and his torso is printed, as well as R2-D2. Nice print work for the rear as well. Here we have Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader. They both have extensive print work as well. Darth Vader is holding a red lightsaber, and Palpatine has his famous shock treatment. I'm not sure what it was called. It's at the scene at the end where he was giving Skywalker a shock treatment. They both are wearing capes as well as helmets. Off to the left we have R2-Q5 and Protocol Droid on the right. Nice print work. Print work on these two figures does continue to the back as well. Here we have Grand Moff Tarkin and the interrogation droid. Tarkin's uniform is printed. However, it is only printed on one side. Simple construction with the interrogation droid. Moving on to the two stormtroopers. They are both identical. They each have a blaster. The print work does continue to the back of the torso. Also, we have a set of Death Star troopers. They have the helmets and blasters as well. Print work only on one side. Nice set of figures. Finally, we have the Emperor's Royal Guards. They are dressed in all red. Nice red capes. They are also carrying spears. There is some print work on their torsos as well. Moving on to the assassin droid and the mouse droid. Looks like these two are ready for action. Finally, we have Dianoga. He is a creature that is found inside the trash compactor. He looks pretty vicious. Now let's take a quick look at the tool cart. I believe it's a tool cart. Not quite sure. It does rest on a set of wheels that do actually roll. Top does open up to reveal possibly some sort of blast gun and a printed tile. I'm not sure where this goes in the set. Couldn't find any info on it. First, let's take a quick look at the bottom level of the Death Star. Not a whole lot going on. It looks like it's just for storage. You have some various containers, possibly full of fuel. There is an elevator that does run down the center of the Death Star, and it does stop at the lower level. I will show that in a bit. Let's continue the second level with the room that Luke Skywalker attaches a grappling hook to swing from one platform to the other. So here we have a minifigure friendly rope. Lots of detail in this area. This element is a sticker, so I did put stickers on this Death Star. Here we have the generator room with various controls and such. Nice use of the transparent elements. Here we have the trash compactor. Simply push this in to close up the compactor. Now everyone's going to be a lot thinner. The door in the back does open up. Let's head back to the generator room. We have a lever with some studs. Don't pull directly on the studs, but just push down. And this door in here does open up. It is a bit stiff. It takes a little force to open and close the door. It does add a nice touch to the trash compactor. Here we have the super blaster, I believe. This is possibly the armory. It does rotate about 90 degrees. It can seat up to 2 minifigures. And the last room appears to be the droid maintenance room. Here we have a machine with a claw. Looks like one of those machines that are used to pick up logs. It does seat up to 1 minifigure. We have various barrels and such. Off to the right we have an elevator that does actually work. So here we have a crank. If we rotate it clockwise, it'll raise up to the 3rd level. Counterclockwise brings it back down. It does go up and down fairly smooth. Lots of detail. After heading up the elevator, we have the landing pad. Here we have Darth Vader's TIE Advance. It does rest on this holder. So let's take a closer look. The TIE Advance is one nice build. Here we have the wings. Here's the rear. The top and windscreen do open up. Not a whole lot of room inside. It appears that it is minifigure friendly. However, I don't think Darth Vader would fit very well inside, as he is wearing a cape. And I'm not taking a risk removing the cape. So, Darth Vader won't be taking a ride today, of course. does easily rest back in the holder. In addition, we do have some various boxes as well. Here we have a window that is transparent and printed. We have a few elements that have stickers, so these are not printed. Here we have the Emperor's Throne Room. Lots of detail was taken into the design. Here we have the chair, steps leading up to the throne. We have an opening in the back for the elevator. Have various platforms. These do collapse. Has some barrels and such, even some safe rails. Moving on to the detention block. This also has lots of details. First thing we're going to notice is the blasters attached to a pivot plate. They can go at pretty much any angle. Here we have a set of monitors. These are printed. It is hard to see them at this angle. Here we have one of the cells. This does open up. Plenty of room inside. Here we have a gear which rotates a platform. Have access into the cells. Here we have the cell block. The hall does look like it's going to go in very far. We have another gear which opens up as well, which drops everyone down into the trash compactor. Really clever. And finally we have the Mega Laser Room. This does raise up and down as well as go side to side. The controls are on the 4th level, and I will show that in a bit. The laser does have lots of detail. Here we also have some controls as well to control the laser. This element in the middle can easily fall off, so be very careful. Here we have some controls as well. These two monitors are printed. I almost forgot to mention that this gear controls this door. Simply rotating it opens the door up and closes the door. It does glide on the track very easily. Easy access into the Mega Laser Room. Finally, we are at the top level. Here is the control room for the Mega Laser. We have a series of controls. Here we have one with an actual wheel. This does control the Mega Laser. So let's take a quick look. It does rotate the laser, and it does raise it up and lower it down. So clockwise lowers the laser, and counterclockwise raises the laser up. Bit of a crude setup, but it does work. Here we have a monitor of some sort. It does tip forward. Here we have an element with two print works. These are stickers, they're not printed. Simply goes inside, closes up. You can even pull it out and flip the graphics over. Pretty clever design. I'm taking it this is the droid repair room. Got various instruments, lots of tools. We have two extra stormtrooper helmets. This possibly is a workstation of some sort. It does tip up, This gear actually rotates Darth Vader's tie advance holder. I'm not sure why that's there. It's kind of an odd place. Here we have the controls for the center elevator. I will show that more in great detail, but if you turn it clockwise, it drops the elevator down, and raising up is counterclockwise. Here we have a few blasters. Turning the gears to rotate the guns up and down, and both guns can rotate. There's a little lever here at the bottom that can be used as well. Nice design. Finally, we have the conference chambers. We have the round table with 7 chairs. Really nice. The elevator also is in here as well. As you notice, the elevator does go up a bit high. That's quite alright. We have a few containers and such. Really nice design. Plenty of space for minifigures to move about and have a seat. Now let's test the elevator function. Rotate the wheel. Next stop is the launch pad. Keep going down further. We'll go down into one of the maintenance shafts. You can see the elevator. And it goes all the way down to the ground level. Really clever design. Here's the other elevator as well. Let's rotate it up. That's about as far as it goes, but it does work. Let's take a quick look at these spare pieces. There are some plates, studs, Technic elements, and many other pieces. I'm not sure why there are many pieces left over. I may have forgotten to put a few pieces in. I did check my work, and I couldn't see anything that I had left out. So these are a great addition to enhance the Death Star or for other LEGO creations. And this wraps up the review for Death Star by LEGO Star Wars. This is one fun, interesting build. It did take about 6 to 8 weeks to complete, considering I was working on it on and off. It does come with 24 minifigures and plenty of accessories. As you can see, it is fully playable and everything is scaled perfect for minifigures. I did try my best to reenact some of the scenes. I'm really happy with this set. It turned out very well. Let's talk about the pros and cons. The pros are you do get 24 minifigures. You get a nice spiral bound instruction manual, which is a nice addition to the set. The set was packaged very well with the numbered bags. It was easy to construct with everything in modular builds. The only fault that I can find with this set is that some of the graphics were not printed, they were stickers. And I rarely ever say the price of the set in my reviews, but for $400, the elements should have been printed. Other than that, I think the set is really well constructed. It is solid. It hasn't broke yet, which is good. The only delicate part is the laser on the front. This element will come off very easily, so be very careful. I have knocked this off several times. Also, another thing to point out is that this element on the bottom breaks off very easily as well. Every time I pick it up, I always grab this for some reason and it just comes flying off, which is never good. But other than that, it is one sturdy build. I think Lego did an excellent job on the construction of the Death Star. It is one nice set. I'm happy with it. Now it's time to go into it deeper and reenact some scenes. So as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.